Let me ask you, Carmen, you mentioned something about a Bureau of Investigation. Is there that system in place now?
No. 832 of the Penal Code, which empowers police officers and basically designates what a police officer is, does not have the language city attorney investigator. It does have district attorney investigator.
Okay.
So what needs to happen is we need to go to Sacramento, we have to carry a bill to change that to add 3 words, city attorney investigator.
Okay.
Once we do that, we can hire police officers, retired police officers to come in who are badge-toting, gun-carrying investigators who are trained, effective collectors of evidence, and put them to work to help defend this city's treasury.
Well, that's excellent. Do you believe, Carmen, that there will be appropriate funding for this? Once this is gone through the legislature, they will see the need and fund it, and, provide the necessary practical monies to have it done.
First and foremost, I believe we can't afford not to do it.
That's right, yeah.
I think that we have to go through that budget of the city attorneys and find the money. But I can tell you this, that if I'm able to put our office, our lawyers, back in the courtrooms, bring some of those cases that have been handed out to private sector and bring them back in and handled by the deputy city attorneys who are fine lawyers, and put them back in the courtroom to do what they signed on to do, try cases and defend this great city. I believe that the money will be there to do that.
So that might be a cost savings if instead of delegating work out, keep it within the city.
I think it's a risk management issue in terms of how do we best defend this city from people who want to sue it.
All right, let's go on to another question here, Carmen. I think you've elaborated on it. Briefly give us an explanation on how you'd improve the criminal cases. You did elaborate a little bit, but just a brief overview of that.
It's interesting because, again, I mentioned computers.
Yes.
The city attorney's office presently uses computers, but in the courtroom, they're not there. Files are still stapled together. They're not even filed. I want to automate it. I want to have, again, computers in the courtroom that access records, that access criminal histories, so that we can, when we are evaluating a case, not only are we evaluating the case on what has occurred in the particular instance of that case, but we are evaluating it on a current, up to the minute,
automated timeline,
automated rap sheet. We know who we're dealing with and what we're dealing with right off the bat. When you have all the information in front of you, it's a lot easier to make a very informed, intelligent decision. Again, it's tools to give to our deputies who are frontline fighters right now in the misdemeanor battle. And let me tell you, there are a lot of misdemeanor cases on a daily basis, and sometimes it looks like there's no rhyme or reason. If those deputies have the ability to have that information at their fingertips in the courtroom,
it could be more effective.
Absolutely more effective.
All right. Well, thank you for watching our program. We've had the privilege of having Carmen Trutanich at our show. He's running for the office of city attorney, and I think you've learned quite a bit here, and it will influence you in your decision. Thank you very much. We'll see you next time. More on Carmen Trutanich later. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you for coming on the show.